There are no major white characters in your books.
No. The black narrative has always been understood to be a confrontation with some white people. I'm sure there are many of them. They are not terribly interesting to me. What is interesting to me is what is going on within the community. And within the community, there are no major white players. Once I thought, what is life like if they weren't there? Which is the way we lived it, the way I lived it.
Toni Morrison was born Chloe Anthony Wofford in Lorain, Ohio, not far from Cleveland. It was the Depression. Her father was a ship welder, her mother a housewife. The neighborhood was mixed and sometimes hostile.
People set our house on fire to evict us when I was about 2 years old.
Set the house on fire?
While we were in it.
Why?
So we wouldn't be there, so we would leave.
Chloe's father, George Wofford, had migrated to Ohio from the South. Experiences like the fire reinforced the deep feelings he already had about whites.
He simply felt that he was better, superior to all white people. His experience taught him that he was always in the company of inferior people when he was surrounded by whites. You know, he didn't let white people in the house. They came when he was not there, you know, insurance men and so on.
Your father sounded like he had a tough core to him.
Oh, very much so. He was an ordinary man, but an extraordinary man at the same time. He was very clear about what the dangers were and very clear about what he wanted for his children.
Does your writing have a political point of view?
Oh yeah. The truth I happen to be most interested in has to do with the nature of oppression and how people survive it or don't. It's amazing to me, particularly for African Americans, just amazing that we're not all dead. That's a constant shocker.
Paris is one of the few places where she has lived outside the United States, and she clearly likes it here, in part because the French seem more interested in her writing than her race.
When you know somebody's race, what do you know? Virtually nothing. You add to it all the stereotypical information and all the baggage that goes with race, but you don't know anything about that person just because you know race.